Disappointed. I'm disappointed in the effort, the execution, and our defense. It seemed like we finally, like you say, tied it, and we give up a layup, and then they scored 3 straight threes. Didn't communicate on switches. They just outplayed us, and it's disappointing because we played so well at Oakland, and you come home and you lay an egg. They shoot 48 and 46% on our home floor, and their shooters made shots and ours didn't. But just overall performance is it's disappointing this time of the year.
Any questions for Coach?
Mark, I had the pleasure of being able to see you when you started your inaugural season here, and I know you're talking about what your expectations were for tonight, but can you put in context the arc of the program from a season ago to where you are now, where the program is trending? I know it's not about moral victories right now, but just to say overall where the program is trending right now.
Well, it's a disappointing night today. That if I had this question after Oakland, I would say we're trending in the right direction. The leadership for me is not going to change. Expectations when I play a game, I want to win. You can't win them all, but I think with our energy, effort, our defense and toughness, that's what we stand on. We got out of sync offensively. I just, when you take over a program, it's going to be, unfortunately, 2 steps forward, sometimes 3 steps back, another 2 steps. I like where we're headed in the recruiting reign. College basketball is crazy now because you really don't know your team until after the portal opens up or until your last game. It's something we're going to have to evaluate our team, but the lack of drive from myself or my staff, that's not going to change. We're going to roll up our sleeves every single day, recruit the best student athletes for Detroit Mercy, and then we're going to put a good product on the floor. We're going to keep growing this thing. I didn't try to go into the season on wins, losses, more culture, foundation, energy, effort. Most nights we had that. Sometimes it's just other teams just more talented or more experienced. We still have a young team. We have pieces to grow, but it's a lot of lessons going to be learned in year 1 to make year 2 very successful.
And just as a follow-up, you talk about your program in particular. What's your take on the Horizon League now at this point?
We played everyone. Very good conference. Night in and night out, anyone can beat anyone. Even though ourselves, believe it or not, IU Indy and Green Bay has struggled with wins, but we've been in most games. Said it to a lot of people. My goal and expectations every game, if it's under 4 minutes to go and we have a shot to potentially win it, we're headed in the right direction. But you got to make plays on both ends. With the Horizon League, top to bottom is tough. If you look at the standings, I think first place is separated by 1 loss. If you go from 1 to 6, it's going to be interesting to see who gets that home game, because these last 3 or 4 games of the season is going to matter. And when you see a conference like that, it's competitive from top to bottom.
Yeah. And last thing, there was a lot of energy in the arena tonight. Any message specifically for the fan base?
I appreciate it. That's why we circle around and go around and appreciate the fans, because it's been a lot of lean years here, and we want to get them coming back for a Wednesday night game, good turnout, but we have to do our part, and that's to win more games, but also to play harder.
Thank you.
Is there anything you did on Zelinskis kind of down the stretch run? I mean, 26 so quickly, and then you looked up with a minute to go, and you still had 26.
Orlando Lovejoy decided to say, you know what, I got him, and I'm not switching, I'm staying with him.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't matched up on him at the beginning. He took it personal. Got a guy in there just as quick as him, and he got on the outside hip, he trailed screens, he took it upon himself to make sure he held him down. But as I say, it's a team game. One guy can't guard 4 other guys.
Yeah. And he got hot kind of at the end of the first half offensively, but then second half it didn't seem like it was quite clicking. Anything there? Or?
I looked up, like I said, it was a tie score, and I looked up and they made 3 straight, and he made one of them, one in transition. Then we had to change our coverage, then they started getting to the basket. We just kinda got away from us, cause you blink, it's a tie game, then you're down 9, and then, they went on a run and made 4 straight, and we missed 4 straight. And I wouldn't say they're bad shots, but you have to put the ball in the basket. And guys out of the green like to shoot. I said the top 3 scorers or shooters was 5 for 8, 2 for 3, and 3 for 4. And the last one he missed on just at the end of the game. We were 1 for 6, 3 for 10, 1 for 5. We knew they were gonna shoot 20+ threes, and they made 11 and we made 6. I wouldn't say that the ones we took were bad, but with rank comes responsibility. Get in here and knock down shots. You're a specialist, that's what you have to do. If you're an inside player and we want you to score inside, score around the basket. Lovejoy has to do multiple things. He has to run the team, play great defense, and score. We can say that he's a 3-point shooter, even though he took one today. We need our shooters to make shots. I said in the locker room to the team, this is big boy / men basketball. You have to step up. I don't care if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior, or 50 or senior. And if you're not making them, you have to do something to compensate for it. It's frustrating because I know we could play better.